Oh, hey, want to do a quick GamerGate topic before we get out of here? Those are always fun, and our commenters love
Sure.
those. Okay,
Awesome. Let's
so
do it.
the SPJ Airplay thing, which we discussed on last week's episode, which had an interview with Michael Kretsky, the guy organizing it, the great GamerGate debate. How that's working is there are three GamerGators and three not GamerGators. One developer who's neutral and two journalists and ethics experts. So they're going to be discussing stuff on August 15th. Today, August 1st, the GamerGators were required to pick five issues, five uh, things that they want to address with games journalism and the games industry at large. Five big case studies. These are their big things that Gamergate is all about and wants to talk about and address and make better for people everywhere. So these five are sent to the other panelists today, who now have the next 2 weeks to research them and form an opinion on them, and then they'll discuss them at the event on August 15th. Hopefully I didn't say April in there somewhere. August. So my question to you, and folks in the chat, please chime in. What do you think the five topics will be?
How to keep those filthy women out of video games? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, we're already getting the comments.
No, but seriously, politicization of reporting is probably going to be one. So that's one of the big complaints. That
I wonder how general the case studies are going to be, because I got the sense that they were going to be a specific thing rather than the general politicization, putting politics in the games.
Yeah, or the games reporting. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know of any specific situation where that might come up. But yeah, but that general area is probably something that is going to come up. Whether they come up with a specific situation where it happened is beyond me. The next one, it would be reporter and developer relations. They're probably going to bring up the Nathan Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson.
Grayson, yeah, bring up his relationship with Zoe Quinn. So that's probably the next area. I can't. I'm trying to think of something else because really that's all I ever see. Maybe the Games Journal Pro mailing list.
Okay.
That will probably be something else. Coordination and as somebody on our shout box put it, the cabal of games journalists. I'm drawing a blank on the other two. Two other potential areas.
Delirical suggests review scores and Anita Sarkeesian's videos. Go ahead.
Considering Anita's videos are not games journalism, I don't see how that's going to apply.
Maybe the coverage of them.
Possibly. But I don't see how that would apply because it's newsworthy stuff. So I don't know. But review scores, yeah, I could see reviews and review scores and how publishers might have sway over reviews. I could see that being a topic of interest and discussion there.
Anything about review scores, Lyrical?
Anything specific?
I don't know. Maybe Metacritic type stuff.
I don't know. Maybe this isn't a journalist issue. It's publishers. Publishers basing bonuses and such on the Metacritic score. But again, that's not a journalist issue. That's a publisher issue. But publishers having undue sway on reviews and review scores might be an issue.
Matthew
and
says,
that goes all the way back to Gerstmann from quite a while ago.
Who was fired from GameSpot? No, GameSpot.
GameSpot.
Ostensibly for giving Kane and Lynch a bad review, which the company had
an advertising agreement
advertising heavily at the time. Gertzman then went on to found Giant Bomb, I think. Is that the right one?
Something like that. Yeah. I don't remember
Matthew says, PC gamer writer writing about Ubisoft while his girlfriend works there. If I'm remembering this correctly, his girlfriend worked in PR. She wasn't actually a developer. She did work for Ubisoft, but she didn't work as a developer or project lead. I think she worked in public relations or something like that. And he never actually did any reviews or previews. But still, that might come up as a how close is too close type of relationship here. I've heard some people say, well, what about IGN? For example, Audrey Drake used to be one of the Nintendo editors at IGN. She now works at the Nintendo Treehouse. So is there any problem with IGN covering games from Nintendo when they're being worked on by someone who used to work at IGN? How far is too far? How close is too close? Where do you draw the line? Maybe they'll talk about things like that. Delirical suggests, as far as Sarkeesian goes, if they'll ask if her work, Sarkeesian's work, is games journalism. I would say no.
I would say no. They're commentary and critique. They're not journalism.
Yeah.
As Laxter points out, they're more akin to documentaries than journalism. And and that's definitely true.
Yeah, Laxter asked earlier, when are they releasing the cases publicly? Is it not until the actual event? I asked Koretsky this last week, and he said the current plan, this could change, they could leak, and probably will. But the plan is to keep them amongst themselves until the actual event. I would be surprised if these don't leak like today. But we'll see. The plan is to we won't find out until the actual event on the 15th.
So did we come up with 5 different case studies?
Yeah, I think that was 5, or at least 5 general topics that the case studies may address. So we'll see. It'll be interesting.